وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها، لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب. زايد أسسها واليوث وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها، نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى ثراها، نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب.
Welcome everyone with your program Peers of Union, who invade the most successful story and person here in UAE. Today from Abu Dhabi City with Mr. Yousef, the businessman. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Well, can you please introduce yourself?
Right, my name is Yousef Abbas. I come back from India, from a town called Pune. This is where I've completed my schooling, my graduation, and I persuaded Masters in Business Administration from distance learning in UAE.
So, we want to ask you about UAE. Why you choose this country for life and for business?
I came in 2008 or 9 as a tourist, and my sister, my relatives were here, and this is where I stayed and enjoyed UAE, where we had a lot of good positive vibes from the country in terms of the tourism, in terms of the business ethics, what my relatives were doing and working with. This is where I was motivated, or probably wanted to venture with something in UAE.
Mm-hmm. When you choose or think to be a businessman, to do your first job or your first business, where did you come this idea?
I started as an employment in one of the IT companies, which was my very first job in UAE. And during the transition of the job, I researched across to see the aspects and opportunities, where one of the major sector was logistics, and to look at the available option for me was the industry of packaging. So this is where I started and set up something in packaging.
Mm-hmm. The first project or the first business is in your specialty or another thing?
No, I initially started and like I said, with packaging. So this entity itself was the first entity that we started with, and moving across in a couple of years, we ventured into restaurant. I have a glass and aluminium sector in Sharjah. We have frames in Dubai, which is the commercial frames, and Woodpecker as the main entity amongst all.
Woodpecker Packaging Company. This company, we want to know more details about your service, your facility for everyone.
Right. We started trading across in 2010. This was the establishment year for Woodpecker. We expertise ourselves with marine cargoes for exports and for industrial purposes. So anything to do with storage, cargo securing, movement during the exports, we expertise in that. We are ISO certified for our packaging, for our lashing techniques, for the wooden works, and support system for probably the freight forwarders or the manufacturers.
Every businessman have some challenge from the first step of work. So for you, Mr. What's your challenge in life?
To start with, to come up on a plan as a business and to entity was itself difficult, because like I said, I was as a tourist here. So during that sector, we did have a lot of sectors that we can always venture into, but to select one was the most difficult aspect. But then eventually, when we started with the packaging, it was the capital, it was the market, it was the language, which was a problem. With time, we got assistance from the bank, from probably the friends in terms of the capital, the relatives, the immediate family. We grew up from 2010 up till now, and I think post that it's been the pandemic which has given us a little challenge. Probably we're surviving.
Sure. Now, anyone also need help, not need support. First, we have also support from the government here in UAE for all businessmen and women. What's your opinion about this supporting?
Supporting in terms of from the government entities has been amazingly wonderful. Like I said, language was one of the main barrier that I faced personally during the transition of setting up the business. So we did have, it wasn't like now that you have Tauji and the other guys which were not established back then in 2010, but we could go directly to the government entities and speak to them. So this is where for a small scaler like us, it really helped to understand and probably characterize the requirement of the legalities. So it has been amazing at the initial stage, and now the way things have progressed ahead, the online applications, they have made itself easier for us to apply for visas or any escalations or any entities coming for legalities can be resolved.
So, Mr., the strategy of work is very important for everyone. Now, we want to ask you about this strategy that you do it in your company, in your business in general, and your future plan.
For strategy, probably I would say it's the quality and the performance which is scaled for everyone, let it be the customer or even for me, for my employees. The quality that we provide for packing, for lashing, results no escalations at the end destination. This is where our customers, our clients, they are happy and they support us in return with new business and new opportunities. So this is how we plan to ensure that there is every job that we take in is being planned, worked on, and being evaluated till the completion.
Yeah. Success from your side, what means this word?
Success for me would mean in two aspects. One, work-wise, when we say success, it's never achieved. We always want to be bribed across to go ahead one milestone further. We have come across a long way to achieve a lot of backup from our clientele and from the local government and the local vendors, where we have got across the trust and a name in the market. This is where probably the work success is completion.
So from your side, Mr., a motivation message from you to the all person who want to do our business, also to be like you, a businessman and a businesswoman.
Well, for motivation, the key important part is dedication and belief in yourself to do the right thing at the right way. And when you're motivated to achieve what you look at, you dream of, you will definitely get it across.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Yousef. Now a message for all leaders and sheikh here in UAE, this special country.
A message probably would start off with thanking everyone, the country by itself, every individual towards the government entities who has helped everyone. It's not only at the business sector but at the tourism or at any level. I see a lot of assistance from government always. So apart that, personally I would always appreciate and cherish my moments till the time I live in UAE, because the country has given me my family here, and this is where, you know, I've been making my living. I have my child who's growing and studying here, and this is all thanks to the country. And it's not only biased over one nationality, it could be any kind of nationality, any people, it's always there to support. So we really thank you, UAE. We appreciate probably everything that, you know, the country has given to the people.
So thank you so much, Mr. Yousef. We are so happy to meet you today, like a great example.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. See you next week with Pearls of Union.